My character is Kev, who is Ed's character Jamie's best friend, and he thinks he's kind of the leader of the pack, really, and he considers himself a bit of a ladies' man. He feels like he knows everything there is to do about women and how to pull women and all that kind of stuff, but really the guy has no clue. Kev's the kind of guy that would give you advice you'd never take. So he's that kind of, that's how he fits into the foursome.
Okay.
I play Jamie, who is sort of I'd say he's the quiet one out of the group, really. I've always seen him as the thinker of the group. He's in this seaside town and he knows there's something else out there for him, but he can't quite put his finger on what it is. And when it comes to ladies, he wants it to be his first time to be very special and meaningful, and he's never quite found out who that person is, and he hopes he will. And I think that kind of gets himself into his own little flat, because everyone else in his group can be quite base sometimes, and I think there is something else going on behind him, but he can't quite figure out how to express himself.
I don't know. I mean, we look alike.
I guess I could be. I think I said a little earlier. I've got shyer as I've got older, so I think when I was actually Jamie's age, I was more confident. But now I'm actually quite shy.
I think.
Why is that?
I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. I just am a bit. Yeah.
Natural
just
progression.
don't. Yeah. Self-deprecating.
I mean, Kev's a bit of a clown. I'm a little bit of a clown sometimes.
Yeah.
So that's probably it. Yeah.
In Rainmouth on Sea, looking for fun.
Yeah, baby! Girls on holiday will do anything. It's their first time away from home. Nothing's off limits, right? Indoors, outdoors, outdoors.
Your finger's in my belly button.
Has a price.
Briefly,
very briefly, probably about
few weeks,
yeah.
couple of weeks. But
Yeah.
I mean, we had to sort of make a long-lasting friendship come together very quickly. And Andy was, Andy really pressed this home when we were both cast. He said, look, you guys need to make sure you guys are really tight and know as much about each other as possible. We did. We spent, quite a few days and evenings just trying to find out a lot more about each other and getting on. And it's weird when you do a film and you have to suddenly do that, and you get together and you don't know if you're going to get on with the other guy, and you might hate each other, but we happen to get on really, really well, and that sort of then I think spiraled into the rest of the group. I think when Danny and Robin came on, we then sort of engaged with them, and it all became very organic, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I think there are all three of those kind of aspects in there, and I think I speak for both of us when I say that's kind of one of the reasons that we were attracted to it in the first place. It's kind of meant to make you a little bit jumpy. It's it's slightly romantic. So there you've got the kind of the sex aspect of it, and obviously you're trying. It's about these lads trying to lose their virginity. So I think that's where the sex comes from, and the comedy part of it as well is I think it's. It's funny. It's I think we found like a nice balance of trying to of making people laugh and jump and kind of a little bit heartfelt at the same time. So yeah, I think trying to mix all three of those aspects together to try and create a final product really was where we were going with it.
Okay.
Yeah, does that make any sense?
At all? Yeah. In some respects, I think what we talked about a lot was trying to engage with the teenage angst we might have felt when we were younger, and trying to relate to that. So I think in some respects it deals with that. I mean, obviously it's a comedy, and that it's sort of highly over the top in some respects. So yeah, I think it does engage with some of it, but it is a comedy as well. So it is supposed to be fun.
The hornier you are,
The more delicious you are.
Oh, just bit my tongue.
She's getting worked up, ready to burst, and then...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not something you're going to... I'd be surprised if people are really comfortable with going, yeah, fine, I'll just take my clothes off now, yeah. In front of all these people, I've no idea who they are. That side of it is a bit daunting, but you've just, you read it in the script and at some point you're going to have to do it, and you just come to terms with it, and you try...
Like sculpt your gun for weeks before?
No, I did a lot of running, but I do a lot of running anyway.
Cheeky 5K.
Yeah, I do a cheeky 5K every now and then, yeah. He used to rib me for that.
It's like,
chuck that in.
Yeah, easy 5K every morning.
I like running, and I like running before I did Love Bite, and but other than that, no, it wasn't really about sculpting anything per se.
I think for reasons we've already stated, really, the fact that it's funny, it's kind of I think it's coming out at the right time of year as well, with like kind of Halloween, kind of today, and it comes out in a week, so it's just a fun kind of light-hearted comedy. There's obviously some of black comedy in there, but it's kind of, I think there's a little bit of something in there for everyone as well. And I think if you've got an hour and a half to spend and you want to go and have a few laughs with your friends and just chill out and kind of feel good about yourself when you come out of the theatre, go and watch it. It's like, it's one of those kind of, one of those films, isn't it?
I think it's a bit of a throwback to like an 80s movie. It's very bright, very glamorous in some respects.
Even though it looks visually, it's
it's got a cool, uplifting vibe to it. Even though it's people getting eaten by werewolves and in a little seaside town. I think it's fun and bright.
I'm not like ordinary girls.
She's the beast, Jamie. She has to be destroyed.
Love Bite.
Spike, what is that?
I can't help it, it's the feathers.